Hey guys, it's Gordo. This is going to be the after cut walk around just to show you how it turned out, and then I will show you the products that I used, and also I'll get you to the mirror and walk through my thoughts as I'm cutting my own hair. So thanks for checking in. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot. This is the gear that I'm going to be using when I cut my hair. So these are the first set of clippers that I got, and these are Wahl Sterling 4s. They're corded, as you can see. They got a good weight to them, adjustable lever here. It does not click into place at all, so you kind of just have to feel for the level that you want. So some people like one that clicks into place and then you know it's locked in. So you just have to be aware of what level your lever is at so you don't go too far down. Next, these are going to be the Babyliss Pros. These are the shavers. I just picked these up. I did not film an unboxing, but these are really nice. This is my second clipper, or I guess trimmer, that I've bought. It's got a really nice weight to it, a really ergonomic grip, texturized like rubber. And it's just got a good feel for it. There's a little bit of a bevel here just so you can get like a good grip on them. These will cut down all the way to the skin, so be careful if you don't have a guard on. Right now I just have this cover on. So those. And then these are going to be the Babyliss Pro foil shavers. This is what's going to be your bread and butter for those bald fades or going all the way down to the skin. Right now there's a cap on it, so I'll just pop this off. So that's what these look like. So it's a double foil. Easy to clean. This cap just pops off and then you can just brush them out. There's a little divot here on this side and a little divot on that side so you can get a good grip on them. And you're going to need a brush of some sort. This is just to kind of lay the hairs down in the direction you want. I use this for my beard and my hair on my head. And then a comb. This is gonna, for me, I have really curly, like a heavy curl texturized hair. I guess it would be 4C. So this is kind of just to get the knots out. And then this is also to part my hair between my dreads and the hair that I'm cutting so that I don't cut any of my dreads. So this is everything that I use. For the haircut, I did not use this. So I just used the clippers and the trimmers. So these are Wahls, and these are going to be the Babyliss Pro trimmers and the foil shavers. I will be getting the Babyliss hair clippers, a set of those. I just have not made the purchase yet because they're kind of expensive and I have other things going on. So there's that, and then we will get you to the mirror. Alright, here we are at the mirror. We're going to be starting the self-cut. This is not a tutorial, as I am not any type of barber. This is just how I cut my hair since I've been cutting it. I don't know all the terminology, but I'm taking my fine-tooth comb and my brush and using it to lay down and untangle all the hairs on my head and my facial hair. You want it to all lay the same way so the cut is the same length. So that's all I'm doing now. Since I have longer hair, I do have to tie it up in some way, shape, or form. So I use a hair tie and just try and set it on top of my head. Then I use my handheld mirror just to make sure all my hairs are up and out of the way. And then I'll first be going in with my clippers. These are corded. I will be getting some cordless clippers. But you set your length that you wish to cut before you put the clippers to your head. And you kind of want to just form an idea of what you want it to look like before you even start. You don't want to start and then have to realize that you can't backtrack. So here I am just going one level all the way up, and I'm attacking the bulk. I'm going to leave about a ½ inch between the hair I'm cutting and my dreads. And then I will come back and take care of that later after I get all the other hair knocked down. I do that just to separate the process. And here I had my tripod too close to me, and as I turned I bumped it and knocked it against the wall. But we are back in the mirror, attacking that bulk using that handheld mirror just to see what we're doing. There's many styles that you can cut your own hair. This is the style that works for me, using a large fixed mirror and then holding a handheld mirror. So I'm just about finished with the first process of knocking all that hair down to the same length. I just have that last ½ inch or so. So then I will start attacking that. So I'm going to make sure the guard is set, because since that clipper, the guard does not lock into place, it's just kind of by feel. If you wanted to fade, you'd flick up and away like that, but I am not going to be doing a fade, so I'm going to go down in that manner, just like that. So I start at the hairline. This is to separate, like, I guess my hair lining from my dreads so it doesn't all look nappy. Making sure that none of my dreads are hanging down so I don't accidentally cut any of those. And now I'm just cutting below that hairline that I set first, just to make sure there is nothing in the way. And then I will come back and start attacking that last ½ inch or so. So this just creates a separation between my dreadlocks and the rest of my hair. Usually I will do a bald fade, but since I've just started doing that on my own, I did not film it because I didn't feel like giving myself a bald spot or something that I couldn't fix for social media, so excuse me. Here I am attacking that last little bit, being super careful not to nick any of my roots that are connected to my dreads. It happens here and there, but I try my best. And there's a hard line still there, just so I'm using the very corner of my clippers just to attack those last strands of hair. And then I'm using my brush to lay down all the hairs just to make sure I haven't missed any spots and to make sure they're all the same length. And I realized that I missed just a bit of a portion there of my hair, so I'm not going to put that into a dreadlock. I will just chop it, and I still am able to maintain a natural looking hairline. So here I am again using the very corner of those clippers to attack that hard line that I created. Using my brush to lay down all the hairs on my head, and also trying to lay the hairs down on my beard and mustache. So I do a lot of combing and brushing between all these steps, but I didn't think you needed to watch me comb and brush my hair a million times. So here I am just trimming the beard, just the edges. I'm not actually putting too much pressure, just a very light amount of pressure to knock down the hairs that may be sticking out more than others. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom, and then I will end up coming back in and trimming. I'm just going for the hairs under and around the beard now, all those extra straggly hairs, and then I will usually comb and brush again in between just to make sure it's as uniform as possible. And then I will start trimming down the lower portion of my beard on both sides, and I'm using just the corners so I can fine detail the areas that I want to shorten. And then I'll use the whole blade to come across the top just because it's an easier area to manage. And then I'm just trying to get the same look on both sides, so I will bounce back and forth in the mirror between each side, and then I'll look directly at the mirror, getting all the hairs off the top of my beard per se, and then just trying to make sure it all looks as uniform and as neat as possible. I am by no means a barber, and I am relatively new to cutting my own hair, but I think it takes a lot of confidence to be able to cut your own hair and trim your own beard and then go and walk out in public. So that is something I'm just working on doing, is one, building up my actual skill with the clippers, and then two, working on my confidence. So one side of my beard is a little thinner than the other, so that's just something that I'm having to work with right now, and it's just patience. And then I'm lining up the bottom of my beard. I try to keep it lower so it all looks nice and full. And then I'm coming back and fine detailing the tops of my beard. And then I will work up towards the hairline if need be, depending on how short the hair is. And then I will give you my after impression. Hey guys, just finished cutting my hair. This is kind of how it turned out. So I just started cutting my hair, I think this year on my own. So sometimes I go to the barber and sometimes I am ambitious, so I cut my hair myself. This is, I guess, the end result. It's not the greatest, but I'm getting there. So I guess it's just patience and practice. Here's just a little, like a walk around, I guess. There's no fade. I just did one length pretty much all the way up. I do have a foil shaver to go all the way to the skin, so I will be able to do those bald fades. Last time I did my hair, I did do a bald fade, but I didn't do that this time because I filmed it all and I didn't want to give myself a bald spot on social media. So I'll do that next time, and as I get more confident, then I'll film the bald fade, but this is just one level all the way up.